Live from Southern California, this is the CW Morning Show.
Today we're going to talk about words. Yo Momma, the vocabulary builder.
This
is a very cool book, and every kid should have one of these books.
Because we want to get you kicked out of school faster.
You'll say things that people won't understand.
Our goal is to get you booted sooner.
Coming up, he believes in the power of words, but you won't find any traditional grammar books in his curriculum. The author of the Yo Momma Vocabulary Builder joins us a little later. There's the book.
That's right. It's a really great book. I can't wait for it to come on. Coming up, they are the Yo Momma jokes that you want your kids to tell. That's because the author of Yo Momma Vocabulary Builder is joining us next.
Our next guest is a professional screenwriter. He's the author of 7 comedy books and has worked for Disney, Paramount, Jerry Bruckheimer, and Jason Alexander, among others.
What a list. And he knows his words, and he's found a very unique and innovative way to put them to work. And he's here to tell us a few Yo Momma jokes. And his name is Justin. Hi, nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
For a second there, I thought we were talking to Norm Crosby. You know, Norm's whole shtick is using words in an interesting way, an unusual way, making them sound like they're supposed to sound that way, right?
Right. Well, that's what we're doing. We're using words in a way you would not normally use them. You don't usually use words like ubiquitous and emaciated in Yo Momma jokes, so we're juxtaposing.
Is there an originator of the Yo Momma joke? Could we say we credit the Yo Momma-ness to...
Right. Well, you look at me and you say, this guy's probably got a degree in streetology, right? So I would know that. You know, I got a reek of street cred.
Sure.
We claim in the book that it dates back to colonial days, where the first Yo Momma joke was, your mama's head's so big, she wears a 4-cornered hat. But that's a little bit, you know, some people say that's specious reasoning.
Right.
So,
Specious reasoning,
right.
yes, that's specious.
And you actually used to teach juvenile, writing to juvenile detention
right,
halls as well, is that right?
I taught a writing class in juvenile detention centers and probation schools, and there my audience was literally captive in terms of trying these jokes out. But
Did they have a bunch of their own, I bet?
They did. Theirs were a little more straightforward. You know, but when you're always looking for an activity to keep those guys interested, you have a blood on one side and a grip on the other, you want to keep them engaged, or, you know. So we were looking for something fun, and I'd done these bits, and so I would say something like, your mama's so emaciated she can hula hoop in a Fruit Loop. What does that word mean?
Yeah.
And it became a really surprisingly engaging, interactive academic exercise, and from there we thought, well, maybe there's actually a way of creating a book that's entertaining but has some educational value.
Yeah, connecting the dots is so important. Now let's go. You've got your 5 top Yo Momma jokes.
Right.
Let's see what they are.
Okay.
Go from the top to the top, from the bottom.
All right.
There you go.
Your mama's so ubiquitous, when she sits around the house, she sits around the house.
All right, very good.
That's my favorite
Your
one.
mama's so unctuous, her freckles slipped off. Your mama's so ugly, her psychiatrist makes her lie prostrate. Your mama's skin is so pallid, snowflakes leave stain marks. And finally...
The number one.
Number one. Your mama's so ineffably fat, she jumped up in the air and got stuck.
All right, now let's leave them up there.
That's why you
Need an
need to read
explanation.
them.
We should leave them up there and let's go through the words.
Okay.
All right,
All
let's see if we can do that. Can we bring that back up again?
We'll press a button in just a second to do it. But let's start with the one word.
Okay.
The first one was ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous.
And that means everywhere.
It means seemingly everything. A lot of people see that insult and they think that means, you know, fat or overweight, because that's
Right.
what the joke is. But no, it means seemingly everywhere. We go in and we use pop culture examples in the book to explain a word. So we say Starbucks is ubiquitous. Paris Hilton is ubiquitous. And, you know, we try to use examples that people can relate to instead of the vocabulary books I grew up with, where you would hear about like 16th century igloo building techniques, and they're trying to teach you words through stuff you have no idea what they're talking about. So,
Do you think schools will take this?
you know, it's tough because a couple of them are a little controversial. So we think, you know, the cool English teacher that gets in trouble and then makes the students stand on their desks to protest him getting fired, I think is.
All right, so
the rest of them. So unctuous means slimy, both in a physical sense, but also kind of the used car salesman or politician way.
Okay.
Someone who's just too earnest and too polished to believe. And it almost sounds like, you know, there's another word,
Any
onomatopoeia.
examples?
Of an unctuous, well, it's debatable. So, you know, the question is, what is sincere and what is unctuous?
Sure.
Is Bill
Some
Clinton
politicians,
sincere? Yeah. Your mama's so ugly, her psychiatrist makes her lie prostrate. I like that because you don't see therapy in Yo Momma jokes very often. You know, so prostrate means face down. It's often, you know, on the show Cops. That's the example we use.
Right.
They're forced to lie prostrate. There's a sense of exhaustion or being forced to be on your stomach.
And pallid means very pale, so it's so pale that even snowflakes leave a stain. And
it looks like
ineffably,
pale,
your
too.
mom is so ineffably fat. What does that mean?
Ineffably means just unable to be spoken in a couple senses. So like just so severe that you can't even describe it. It's indescribable. But, you know, in Harry Potter, also Lord Voldemort's name is ineffable. It can't be spoken. It's a cursed name. So
cool.
Really great stuff.
The book is available at all bookstores. We have a website called classlesseducation.com. as you can imagine, where our slogan is making learning bearable. And if you're studying for the SATs or looking for a graduation gift, but not just for kids, because it is for anyone that wants to increase the vocabulary but doesn't want to go through one of those boring books.
Yeah,
So writers and communicators and any
kind of a
anyone
fun thesaurus.
Right, yeah. We're going to give it right here.
All right.
There you go. Enjoy, Mark.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, our anxious weatherman here. Thanks very much, Justin.